What do you know that's good?
Oh, this is heaven, Joseph. It's all good.
Well, how's your job in the Guardian Angel Corps going?
Oh, it's great. I've been assigned to watch over a group of Presbyterians in a place called Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania. It's 1925 on the Earth calendar, and they've just started a new search to worship our Father.
That sounds like quite an undertaking.
Well, the time is certainly right. Mount Lebanon has grown rapidly since its founding 13 years ago. And with the upcoming opening of the Liberty Tunnels, they call them the tubes. Well, Mount Lebanon has become a hot place to build a home. Oh, no, not as hot as that place. In fact, just last year in 1924, Dr. P.W. Snyder conducted a survey of 500 homes in Mount Lebanon. And he found 140 families who either described themselves as Presbyterian or were actively interested in an organization of a Presbyterian church, ASAP. And then on November 4th of last year, a temporary organization was formed, and the members did what all good Presbyterians do.
They formed a committee?
Right, Rooney. The committee arranged for the use of the Washington School Auditorium, and the first worship service was held on Sunday, November 9th of last year.
And how many people showed up?
Well, there were 119 people invited, and 84 showed up, and they raised a collection of $70.90. Thereafter, regular services were held each Sunday right there in that auditorium.
Someday people will find it hard to believe that public schools allowed their auditoriums to be used for religious services.
Yeah, you're right. And someday people will also find it hard to believe that public school students recited the Lord's Prayer at the beginning of each school day. Well, anyway, earlier this year, on January 8th in 1925, Dr. James H. Snowden began to serve as a temporary pastor until the church could be formally organized and a regular pastor could be called. The first step toward the formal organization of the congregation occurred on April 12th of this year, when a petition was presented to Presbytery, signed by 197 people seeking to form a new church.
What did the Presbytery do?
Well, what do you think? It formed a committee. And then on April 26th of this year, 1925, the Mount Lebanon Presbyterian Church was formally organized with 183 charter members. The congregation conducted its first infant baptism on May 3rd and its first communion service on May 24th. Finally, on November 5th, 2025, the congregation presented a petition to the Allegheny County Court of Common Pleas for a charter of incorporation, which was granted just last week on December 22nd.
Wow, what a Christmas present.
Yeah, and that's just the start. Next year, they're planning on constructing an edifice.
An edifice?
Yes.
Couldn't they just be satisfied with a building?